Meteorologist Jamie Ertle is tracking weather conditions and impacts on roads and bridges, especially headed toward the coast where bridges are already starting to close tonight. Jamie, how are things looking now?
Shelby, we are live in Thunderbolt, where the Thunderbolt Bridge was closed a couple of hours ago, and we'll show you the barricades behind me. Nobody can cross that bridge. We have Thunderbolt police in place to actually talk to and calm people down who are trying to come up Victory and cross the bridge. We've seen several people come up to the police officers in a very agitated state because they cannot get home. And just after they closed the Thunderbolt Bridge, they closed the Islands Expressway Bridge. We talked to a captain here in Thunderbolt who said that he talked to Georgia Department of Transportation. He was hoping they'd come out and brine or salt the bridge and reopen it tonight. He says that's not going to happen because they went out, Georgia Department of Transportation went out to Islands Expressway, tried to brine it. It wasn't working. So they just said, well, we're not going to try it in Thunderbolt either. Here's what he had to say.
Very slick, very slick. I did it back in 2018. I'm from up north. Have the vehicle in four-wheel drive, going maybe 5 to 8 miles an hour, tapping the brake, and of course it was given away. So I made the call to close down the bridge.
All right, you are taking a look now of the intersection of Victory Drive and River Drive, where you can see the sleet piled up and the tire tracks in the roadway, something we don't ever see in the Coastal Empire or Low Country, and that's going to freeze. And we're also feeling the sleet and snow right now coming down at a good clip and a breeze, so it is very cold out here. We've seen people walking out here, trying to cross the bridge on foot. We also know that the Rosarito Creek Bridge is closed. So 2 ways to get to the outlets as far as Wilmington and Whitehorse, not peaceful, but now no way to take
Alert meteorologist Jamie Ertle, and we are tracking potential tropical cyclone 9, which will eventually become Imelda and eventually forecast to become a hurricane. Now, the good part about this is that it should not intensify rapidly like the other one, Umberto, that is to the east. Notice that the very latest on this track, as we zoom in, as it gets closer to the Coastal Empire and Low Country Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, it starts to take a little turn, a little jog to the east. Now, there was that outlier that Umberto could actually pull Imelda, future Imelda, out into the Atlantic, and some of the spaghetti plots are still showing that. But let's go worst case scenario, watching as it could make landfall along the South Carolina coastline. The American model, the GFS rainfall total forecast through Wednesday, so this is tonight through Wednesday, showing lesser rainfall amounts south of the Altamaha, not including the immediate coastline, but really the Low Country seeing upwards of 5 inches from Beaufort to Hilton Head, and then tapering off the further inland you go. The European model also shows higher totals for the Low Country, but it actually gives higher rainfall totals right around 16 and then tapering off again south of the Altamaha. So it's going to be a hard cutoff somewhere 16 or north, or even further north along the Savannah River. Let's talk about wind potential. Not too concerned Monday morning, so I start the clock Monday 6 p.m. This is 40-mile-per-hour wind potential, and let's go with the yellow at 40%. Notice I'm not too concerned with wind potential Monday night either, and let's zoom in here and show you Tuesday morning the potential for 40-mile-per-hour winds right along the coastline, and especially the Low Country. Think Hilton Head, St. Helena, and all the way down to Brunswick as well. And it just kind of hangs out along the coastline with lower end 40-mile-per-hour wind potential inland. So that does increase Wednesday night a little bit further toward I-95, but we're still just talking about 40-mile-per-hour winds. Our rainfall continues tonight because of a cold front with heavy downpours along Ladies Island, Beaufort, Port Royal, and Paris Island, with lighter rain to the west. And we did pick up some good totals this afternoon, especially along I-95 in Jasper County, all the way down through about the county line, right over into Levy, and even 3 inches in McIntosh County. Heading through Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, and we do have a 20% chance of a sprinkle to start the day. We all start in the low 70s. 70s and only climb to the low 80s for afternoon highs and a 30% chance of showers. Let's go ahead and go hour by hour of Futurecast. The highs tomorrow about 83 with a mix of sun and clouds. 7 a.m. Saturday, a couple of sprinkles around. Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, not too bad and mostly dry. And 8 o'clock, evening plans look okay. Sunday morning, coastal showers possible. Inland showers, a little bit increased chance by 2 o'clock, and then very scattered in nature and isolated on Sunday evening. Monday, coastal showers likely. Monday afternoon, look at the heavy rainfall just offshore, but really seeing it along Charleston, and then you'll start to see that classic rotation from a tropical system making its way toward the South Carolina coastline, mostly on Tuesday. But first alert weather days Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Things are about to change again, so please stay tuned with the WTOC First Alert Weather Team for the very latest through the weekend and next work week. Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Jamie Ertle, live in the WTOC First Alert Storm Chaser, and we've just come up on a pretty decent patch of non-rutted roadway as we're heading southbound on 17 in Effingham County. Let's go ahead and take a look at our stats for our First Alert Weather Day, our 2025 snow day, and we only made it up to 36 for the afternoon high after a morning low of 26. About a ½ inch of precipitation at the airport. Overall, the airport recorded 1.1 inches of snow, which was just a 1/10 of an inch lower than what we had in 2028. Right now, a beautiful view, if you want to call it. Yeah, it is a beautiful view, a snow white view of Abercorn at Cary Hilliard Skycam. And look at our temperatures. We've dropped to freezing in Sylvania. We were just there at the sheriff's office. 32 Statesboro, 36 Savannah, 37 Hinesville, 37 Richmond Hill, 35 Richmond Hill, and 37 Jessup. As we head into the evening, look at how we cool fast. We're in the 20s, at least for everyone, by 7, 20 degrees at 10 o'clock, clear skies, and a first alert as we head into sub-freezing temperatures. The radar is quiet. Look at those forecast lows for Thursday morning. Hi. Wow. Unheard of. We could be going for a record if we were in Statesboro, but the temperature 18 in Savannah will be close as well. It could feel like 10 in Glenville. It could feel like 12 in the morning in Statesboro, and it could feel like 13 in Savannah. We are going through the roundabout here at Guyton. I'm just giving you an idea. The IGA looks closed. Parker's kind of like the mail, through sleet, through snow, through wind and rain. The Parkers will stay open. What would we do without them? Here's the planner. We see a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon, but woefully cold in the afternoon with that northwest wind. It's not strong, but it is biting when it does hit your face. Look at the forecast highs. 37 Jessup, Baxley, Brunswick, 38 St. Simons. You get a 37, you get a 37. And from Hampton to Hardeeville, 37, 38 for Hilton Head. As we head through the rest of the week, first alert for that biting cold. Friday, we will see temperatures start in the 20s, even Saturday, but 47 with sunshine will feel like a walk in the park after only hitting 36 today and 37 tomorrow. 51 for your high Sunday. Now we start in the 20s, but we'll get out of that first alert. And that one lone rain chance on Monday at 30%, that may change, and a slow warm up to 65 by the end of the 7-day. We are live in Effingham County. Take it easy on the roadways. Here's another view from our roof camera from the WTOC Storm Chaser. And I will see you back in the studio at 7. In the meantime, Dave has more stats on this first alert weather day coming up at 6. Yeah, a lot of people look like they saw the forecast before they came out to Grayson Stadium, Dave, and we see Carhartts, we see flannels, we see hoodies, something you don't really associate with
baseball, but hey, Savannah ball is unique in itself, so it's apropos. Now, Tyler asked me earlier, hey, what do you think? Who's going to win? I think it's going to be a tough game, though really you're here to watch all the fun dancing and antics, right? But the weather may impact how high the scores get. Did you know that during cold weather, it's actually more difficult to hit a home run? Cold air is denser, making it tougher for the ball to kind of fight through those dense air molecules. However, in the summertime, when it's humid, it may contain more water, the air that is, but it's less heavier, and that creates less drag on the ball. So we may have a low-scoring game here at Grayson Stadium tonight, and then a runaway game as they come back and play over the summer. In the meantime, I am live at Grayson Stadium, hopefully having a great time inside, and we hope anybody, party animals, Savannah, bananas, whoever, we just hope everybody has fun and stays warm. Live in Savannah, Jamie Ertle, WTOC.
Thanks for joining us here on The News at 4:30. I'm Mike Sela. You want to see this drone video of snow today out on Whitmarsh Island. You're seeing that behind me, that snow covering homes and the roads. The snow also having big impacts for people out in Guyton today. I want to bring you the latest from safety officials there. First Alert meteorologist Jamie Ertle joins us now. And Jamie, what do safety leaders out there want us to know? Well, many